Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video doing their heavy rotations for you guys. Tried to do this live last night and it's just, man, it got off the rails. So just tried to do like a regular old heavy rotations for you guys. Just sit down and go through these records. I get distracted by all the comments on the live videos. So I do have some live stuff planned in the future. That stuff will be more thought out and planned out and stuff than just like an impromptu live heavy rotation. So also, just to put it on your radar, I'm going to be moving this heavy rotation segment into another channel. So basically where my channel is right now, I never thought that I would get to the point to where I would make any money doing it, but right now I do make a little bit of money on the main channel, and so I use that money to pay rent. You know, every dime I make on YouTube goes right into paying rent. Here lately, I've been spending everything I make on YouTube on lighting and a camera and microphone and stuff like that. So I'm working on making everything look better for the main channel so I can invest more time into it, do better quality videos, and maybe make a little bit extra money for the shop. So it is all the money that I get is just going to pay rent, just to help us out a little bit. So don't ever mean to self-promote or seem that way. So a lot of times I do videos like this. I upload a video and it's not something that's really, really super good. It's just like a real interesting flip through records or whatever. I get, dip in subscribers or whatever, which is fine. It's fine, whatever. But I think that it would be better if I had another channel that was kind of, I could do whatever I wanted. I could go off the rails and do whatever I want and not worry about, making anybody mad. So I have another channel. I've already set it up. It's called Noble Records Heavy Rotation. I'll put it in the, I'll probably put it in the description of this video, and I'll also comment and pin the comment to the top of the comment section so you can find it pretty easily. But that's not going to be immediate. As soon as I get enough people over there till I feel like it won't be an abrupt adjustment to move over, then I'll move everything over kind of to that channel. But that's kind of what I'm thinking for you guys. So just want to put that on your radar, let you know about it. So anyways, we'll get started with some records as usual. This I did not even know existed. This is John Coltrane, Lush Life. And this is Kraft Recordings. Now Kraft is got a pretty good reputation, putting out good quality stuff. Really good label. Excuse me. Anytime I see something that has Kraft on it, I have no hesitation of whether it's going to be a good pressing. They always do great stuff. A lot of stuff from RTI. Just really good quality. Some labels are really crappy and they don't care about the quality. They just want to get it on a disc so they can sell it. That is not Kraft. Kraft really does some great stuff. And they did this. They've been doing some small. This is called Kraft Small Batch, and they do. There's only 1,000 of these, and it's basically a one-step. So it uses that one-step process for better sound quality. I've explained it when I talk about my Ultra Disc one-steps, but this one is really, really cool. Didn't even know that they did this, and a friend of mine came and traded in 200 or 300 records in the shop, and this was in there, and I was like, this is really cool. What is this? And he was telling me all about it. I went on their website and looked, and it looks like they've done a Yusef Lateef one as well, which I didn't know about, so I sold out. So only 1,000 made, and you kind of pull this ribbon, and the record comes out. It is, it sounds incredible, man. I just put it on. Just went up to my system room up there, my listening room, and just have been a crazy week here. Well, it's been a really crazy month, honestly, and so I haven't had a lot of time to sit and listen to my records, and I just kind of needed some time to sit and chill, and that's kind of, I guess, why we do what we do. But I spent a couple hours just sitting and listening to records, which I haven't done in a really long time, so it was really nice to be able to do that. Everybody's asleep, so I don't have anything going on. So I kind of sacrifice sleep to listen to records sometimes, which just the busy season that we're in right now is just crazy. A little over a month ago, got in a car accident, was dealing with my back was all messed up, having to go to the chiropractor, dealing with trying to settle this thing, and the other guy rear-ended me, but still said it was my fault. So the insurance companies are battling it out, all this, and then had to move pretty quickly, and we moved, and anyways, a lot of personal stuff, but a lot going on here, and so sometimes it's good to just chill, listen to some records, and realize that this is just a season and it's gonna pass. So, anyways, next one is there's a run of things that he brought me. This is really cool. This is a Cannonball Adderley. This comes as like an excerpt from something else. This is on Clarity vinyl. This is Autumn Leaves. And it's on, like I said, it's on the Clarity vinyl, 45 RPM. It's just kind of some like limited edition thing Analog Productions did. I didn't even know, or I guess Classic Records did it, but didn't even know this was a thing. Never seen it before. It's not worth a lot, but it's just kind of a cool, well, 45 RPM snippet. Another one I got from him. This is a really cool one. I showed you a couple of these Impex releases, I think in my last heavy rotation, but this is Midnight Sugar. I'm not going to read the name because I butcher them and you guys make fun of me. So I'm not going to subject myself to that. But, oh my gosh, I just listened to this just now. And it was tremendous. I mean, such spirited jazz. Like just, oh my gosh. On the edge of my seat. It sounds so good. And the pressings are absolutely superb. Really high quality stuff and quiet vinyl. Incredible sound stuff. So, love these. Been really enjoying those lately. Shout out to a viewer who I do not know who it was, but a viewer maybe a year or so ago was telling me about this record, and I had one. This is City in Color, If I Should Go Before You. I had one when I first opened the shop. Somebody traded one in, and I remember listening to it and thinking, this is a weird record, because I'm familiar with City in Color, but I was like, man, this sounds super, super weird. I do not like this, and I sold it. And then I got another one, and somebody, like, people kept telling me about it, and I was like, man, I did not like that record. And I put it on again, and it sounded amazing. And I was like, what the heck? And I realized it was 45 RPM, and it's real ambient sounding at the beginning, like real spacey kind of ambient. It's kind of ambient, and then his singing, the way it is, I don't know how I didn't realize that's what was going on the first time I heard it. It's one of those classic situations. We've all done it. I'm just not ashamed to admit it. But somebody from my channel, somebody had commented on my videos, like, you got to listen to that one on your system. Like, it's an incredible record. And I've streamed it a little bit just over the past couple years. And one came in from my distributor. And man, this thing is so incredible. And if you're familiar with Dallas Green and City in Color, I was cruising MySpace back in the day just one night, and I ran across him covering a Madonna song. What was it called? Love Don't Live Here Anymore. But anyways, I didn't even know the song. I don't know Madonna. I listen to Madonna. But he was covering that song, and I was like, man, what the heck is this? And started digging it, and immediately fell in love with City in Color. And just, it's more like singer-songwriter with like a emo tinge to it, kind of like same vein as Dashboard Confessional or whatever. But, man, I love it. Great songwriting. He's got a really, really great voice. But this album's a little bit different. It's just got such a ambient vibe to it, and really pensive, like, I don't know, really good. It's a really good record. You should listen to it if you're into that type of thing. Anything I just said. Another one. This one I've heard before, but it's been a while. This one is Don Juan's Reckless Daughter by Joni Mitchell. This is a record that can be had for very cheaply, under $10 easy. This is like a perfect copy that came in the shop, other than this corner cut, which I don't really care. But the vinyl is super clean on it, so I was like, yeah, I'll grab it. See these all the time, but hadn't heard it in a while, and I threw it on. I think last time I heard it, I was like, it's kind of weird. And it is kind of weird. But you think Joni Mitchell, if you've listened to Clouds or Blue or whatever, you think of Joni Mitchell as this incredible singer-songwriter, really soft, kind of a higher range vocal, delicate voice, great songs, great lyrics. That's what she's known for on those earlier records. But she was in like a phase where she was experimenting with some like jazz fusion. And so you got some incredible players on here, most notably Jaco Pastorius. His bass lines on here are incredible, and you wouldn't think it would work, but it does together. So you've got that realm of jazz fusion, and then add in her realm of female singer songwriter, incredible songs, great lyrics, and it works. So I love this record. It's been a while, like I said, it's been a while since I heard it. I put it on the other day, and man, it just blew my mind, man. It's just killer stuff. But I'm a Joni Mitchell fan, what can I say? Let's see, well, why not? So I've talked about, this is William Onybor. I've talked about him in the past. I've been wanting this record, and, you know, a big reason is because of the cover. You see him there. I'm going to take it out of the sleeve so you can see a little bit better. But you see him there with all of his Moog synthesizers and stuff. I've talked about him pretty extensively, I feel like. But William Onybor was this incredible musician from Nigeria. He was pretty independently wealthy. No one really knew where he got his money from. And he just was a super artistic dude. He was a filmmaker. He went to film school in France. He made some films. As far as I know, none of them have ever surfaced, but they exist, or they did at one point at least. But he was just this amazing musician that, like, his music doesn't sound like anything else. It's just really, really cool. You have to check it out. But it's like Afrobeat mixed with reggae, mixed with funk, mixed with psych. It's just got all these really incredible elements to it. It just, like, his output's unreal. He has so many records, and he was just such a mysterious guy. Anyways, and so he had this recording gear and these synthesizers and stuff that nobody had in that area at the time. And he was able to, because of his, wealth, he was able to import them from Europe and get some really cool stuff. And it's just stuff like this that revolutionizes music, just the way that inspiration from that area. There was such a huge output of music in Nigeria at the time because of, like, some political stuff, I guess. And the way he was able to put out his music with the inspiration of that scene with this equipment, and he was just able to explore endless worlds of synthesizers and stuff. It's just amazing. It's amazing. So I love this record, but I love the cover so much because of it is what it is. This is original Nigerian press, and, like, you never see clean William Onybor records, and this one is, like, super, super, super clean. So you probably can't tell, but he had his own label. He had his own pressing plant. He had, like, the dude was an enigma. Crazy, but amazing stuff. So I've talked about that for too long. This is Patrice Russian Prelusion featuring Joe Henderson. You'll see some of her records, like some of her 80s output that will be in the dollar bin very, very regularly. I see it all the time. It's good stuff, but 80s music type of, not to say there's no good 80s music, don't come at me, but it's okay. You know what I mean? There's some good stuff on there, there's some groove and vibes, but not hard to find, pretty accessible, you can get it anytime. But I'd never seen this record before, and I knew her face, but, and I saw Joe Henderson on it, I saw also on Prestige, and I was like, what? I'd never even heard of this. So grabbed it, threw it on my turntable, and I was, like, shocked how amazing it was. Incredible record. Oh my gosh, it's phenomenal, but really good jazz funky type of stuff. Really unexpected how good this was, but incredible record. Be on the lookout for that one. It's not cheap, but maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe some unsuspecting record store owner will not know and throw it in the dollar bin. You never know. So this is a really great one. This is Bobby Hutcherson, San Francisco featuring Harold Land. This is one that is on Blue Note. Somebody traded in a bunch of records, or sold me a box of records, maybe a year ago, and this was in it, and I was so stoked. And then I went to go listen to it, and it was the wrong disc in there. I was, like, so upset because I've been wanting this. But this is an incredible record, really along the same lines, soul jazz funk type thing. But man, just incredible record. And that jazz fusion collection I just had, so I had, like, all the 90s stuff and jazz fusion stuff. This was in there, which is weird. This one and the last one, he didn't have a lot of, like, jazz, but man, I was thrilled to find this incredible record. Stoked to have it. I'm trying to not say so much. I'm trying to be more conscious of it. But anyways, I guess is the same thing. But Fela with Ginger Baker. So Fela Kuti, incredible musician, Afrobeat stuff, and then Ginger Baker. We all know about Ginger Baker. He was drummer for Cream. He had a lot of other music projects and stuff. He was kind of a crazy person. There is a documentary about him. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but just kind of a wild figure in music. But incredible record. This is the 50th anniversary issue. I would love an original of this. I've not run across one yet. But man, some great percussion on here. Obviously, Ginger Baker. But the combo of these guys, it's one of those things you might not think it'd be great, but oh my gosh, this is a phenomenal record. Great reissue. Sounds really good. Packaged really well. Abbey Road Studios. This is a no-brainer. You need to grab that if you see it at a record store. And I think I've got some more copies at my shop, and then also if you shop at my shop, I've got more of those City and Colors coming in. I ordered all that my distributor had, so they're coming. So be on the lookout probably in the next week. This is the new, I guess this is the March Vinyl Me Please release. Is Modest Mouse, The Lonesome Crowded West. I gotta admit something to you guys. I've never really listened to Modest Mouse very much. They've been not on my radar in the past few years. A lot of my friends have listened to them and told me to listen to them, and I guess I had kind of an idea of what they'd probably sound like. And I got this through the Vinyl Me Please because I missed the swap. And I would have swapped it just because, I don't know why I've never gotten around to listen to them, but I might have heard a couple things here or there, but really not spending time with them. I think the last thing I listened to I didn't care for, and that was probably 7 or 8 years ago. So got this record, and I really liked it. It was a lot different than I thought it would be. And you guys are probably watching this, like pulling your hair out, like, oh my gosh, this is a super iconic record. I've had this record 100 times and sold it in the shop, maybe 1,000 times, I don't know. But I've never really took the time to listen to it. We all have those blind spots, but I really did like it. It's definitely got it's a lot harder than I thought it would be. But yeah, really cool record. I'm excited to spend some more time with it. But and I'll probably start listening to some of their other stuff because I really did. I was surprised how much I liked it because it was so much different than I thought it would be. So also in that jazz fusion '90s collection was this, and I've had this before. This is Spin. It had me a little bit confused, to be honest, because there is a label that has the same, like, disc throwing man on the front. That's like I can't remember what label it is, but it's more of a funk label. Anyways, and I got it confused with another record. I was about to sell it in the shop, and I was like, man, I need to listen to this because I don't know that I have it. And I looked around and I actually don't have it. But it's definitely like jazz fusion, funky, but really good guitar licks on here. It's just a really, really cool record. It's got some prog elements, it's got some funk elements, and it's got everything in between. So, kind of a small. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of rare, but not super valuable or anything. But kind of rare. Another one that came in the shop, trade from my good friend Lonnie. The original motion picture score. 110th Street, across 110th Street, I guess. I've never seen this movie, but this is by Bobby Womack, and anything that has a cover like that, I'm gonna grab. Any soundtrack from this era, the funk soundtrack, I'm gonna grab it. It is amazing. I have heard about this before. I've never had one. Don't think I've ever listened to it. Really, really good. Just if you like, Superfly is the most common probably funk soundtrack. But if you're into that type of thing, this is amazing. And I'm working on my funk soundtrack, like that 70s funk film soundtrack. I'm working on that collection. I have maybe 5 or 6 really good ones, but this one's up there. Very, very good stuff. This one came in. Guy brought me a collection. A lot of. Oh, by the way, this past weekend, I don't know what was going on, but there were so many records coming in the shop, I could barely look at them all. It was insane. from started like Friday morning, like right when I got there. This guy brought this collection. It was like 1,000 records, and I bought everything, obviously, but just so many collections came in. People brought trades, like probably 5 or 6 people brought a whole crate full of stuff, and then I bought like 4 collections. There's people bringing them in. I bought 2,500 records this weekend. It was crazy. But this was in one of the collections. This is Now and Them by the band Them. Them is claim to fame was Van Morrison was in the band till 1966, I believe, and it was good. I actually don't tell anybody I said this, but I actually kind of like it better without Van Morrison. I like Van Morrison a lot, and I like his solo stuff, and I love like Tupelo Honey and Ashley Weeks and all that. But in Them, some of their later stuff, like in the like 60, after 66, it was a little bit more of the type of psych that I tend to gravitate towards. The guitar heavy psychedelic stuff more than the garage kind of stuff. So really love this record. This one that was a hole in my collection. I needed to get it. Now and Them, really good psych record on Tower. This was definitely the best thing that was in that whole collection, and I'm glad to have brought it home. This is one, can't believe I didn't already have it, but I've been waiting for a really clean copy. This is a record you don't ever see really clean. This one came out of that collection again with the 90s stuff, and everything he had, he kept really, really good care of. There was a sealed one that came in the shop a while back, and I almost kept it just because what it was. But this has the book. It's got the single with it. But just a beautiful copy. All of his stuff he cleaned and he put in MoFi sleeves, so that's always a nice treat when you're buying a collection. But yeah, just love this record. I mean, one of the most iconic records of all time, but just Stevie Wonder is an absolute, brilliant songwriter. Great stuff. This is Metallica, the Black Album. This is the Walmart pressing of it, by the way. I had one that someone traded in the shop a while back, and it was a Walmart pressing, and I was like, whatever. And I heard that it sounded really good. It was a really good pressing, and so I was like, oh, okay, I'll take it home and listen to it, and it did. It was great. Listened to it on my Klipschorns. It was a great pressing. Sounds phenomenal. But I was kind of rushing for a last-minute gift at Christmas, and I know that somebody in my family wanted some records, and I thought he would like Metallica, so I brought Metallica, and so I gave him my Metallica record, and then I ended up having to go find another Walmart pressing, so I did, and that's what this is, and it sounds great. So no shame if you buy that at Walmart. It sounds really, really good. So last one I was going to show is this Anthrax. This is one of those that I got this from this metal collection a couple years ago, and it's just the best collection I've ever bought. It was 4,000 metal records. Oh my gosh, it was. I wish I could do it 1,000 times over, but it's autographed on the back, as you can see. And when I got this in, I'd listened to Anthrax a little bit when I was younger, and I really liked it, but I never had any Anthrax records because they're, when I was young, they were impossible to find. And so this one, when it came in, I couldn't let it go, and I'm glad I didn't, because it's such a great record. But listened to it this week, and I was like, man, I forgot about that I'm 18 Alice Cooper cover on this record. So good. But this is such a just killer, thrash, honest, awesome rock and roll record, and absolutely love this. Glad it's a part of my collection. Had it for a long time. Also, there's a new record out by Donovan Woods, and I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's called like Hurt. I don't know. It has the name of Hurt in the title. Anyways, I've been listening to it like crazy, like nonstop. It's so good. It's not on vinyl. I've just been streaming it. I feel like I need to talk about things I stream too, but that man, is such a good record. Donovan Woods is this incredible songwriter. I think he's from Canada, but just beautiful, beautiful songs. One of my favorite songwriters right now. But oh my gosh, that new record is so good. The songwriting is incredible. So if you don't know Donovan Woods, get to know him. He's fantastic. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this heavy rotation. It's like 3 a.m. I got to get to bed. So, y'all take care. We'll see you next time.